One of the biggest things that I see from the folks that listen around the world is not being clear about what you want and not knowing what you want. And so, is there any way that you think about how to even understand this concept of trajectory, right?
So I don't think there's one answer. I think there are many. But first thing is, yes, you're right. Many people think what they lack is motivation, but what they really lack is clarity. You feel like, oh, I just need to get more motivated. But what you really need to know is what is the most important thing? What am I working on? The motivation is actually quite easy if you're very clear about what the most important thing is. But usually people have 7 things that they say are important to them. And then it's not easy because you're being pulled in all these different directions. The second thing is some of the best advice that I got early on in my business career was try things until something comes easily. And I think you can apply that advice to almost anything. Try things until something comes easily. And the point is, there's this common refrain of try again. If things don't work, try again. I think instead it would be better if it was phrased, if things that don't work, try differently. You need to keep trying, you need to keep showing up, but you need to try different lines of attack. Different things work better than others. And so by trying a range of options, especially early in a process, you put yourself in a much better position to succeed. So here, I'm going to try to tie all this together. So if I could add one thing to Atomic Habits that wasn't in the book, it would be this question of what would this look like if it was fun? What would this look like if it was fun? What would it look like if meditating was fun? What would it look like if going to the gym was fun? What would it look like if, making a sales call each morning was fun? And that doesn't mean that your habits are going to feel like the most fun thing in your life. It's not like, oh, this will feel like going to a concert or something. But let's take just a common one like exercise. A lot of people go to the gym in January, and I feel like they kind of are going because they feel like they should go or society wants them to go or something. But if we just take 10 minutes and write out what are ways that we could live a healthy, active lifestyle, there's dozens. Go to the gym, kayak, rock climb, do yoga. You can come up with a lot of things, right? And I think you should just write that list out for whatever the habit is that you're working on, and then look at the 10 or 20 or 50 things that you have, and then say, which one of these sounds like the most fun to me? Which one of these sounds most engaging? And you're much more likely to follow through on that than you are on something else.